Okay, let's do this. So how many of you thought you could actually smoke a cherry pie? I know it sounds kind of crazy. And if you're worried, please watch this video anyway, because this recipe also works very well in a 400-degree oven. But for today, we've got the large green egg heating up with indirect cooking, and we're going to set that temperature out there at 400 degrees. And I actually used some cherry chips to go with baking a cherry pie. In this case, for those of you that have known me a long time, you know that I don't do typical cherry pie. So what we're going to do is take the green egg cookbook cherry pie recipe and modify it slightly to make it the Mike Talbot cherry crumb pie. And we're going to get this prepared and put it into the green egg, and it's going to be in there for about 40 to 50 minutes. We'll get to that in a minute. So I've got all my ingredients laid out. We're going to use this bowl to mix our crumbs, and this is about the simplest recipe there is. I could make pie shells, I've done it, I know how, but the frozen ones at the grocery store are so convenient. But here's a tip. When you're using frozen pie shells that you don't bake, and in this case, this pie will not be pre-baked shell, won't have a pre-baked shell. What you want to do is really let that pie shell warm up to room temperature before you use it. Otherwise, what you'll have at the very end is you'll have a really nice topping, and you'll have a really nice filling, and you'll have a really, really mushy crust, and we don't want that. So we've got this pie shell, deep dish 9-inch, that's been warmed up to room temperature, and I've got all of my ingredients. And you can put these ingredients for the crumb topping in any order. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in here, we have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We have a 1/4 cup of crushed walnuts. If you don't like walnuts, you can substitute for pecans. Those are the only two that really work with this pie, or you can go with no nuts at all. So we're gonna go ahead and put in our crushed walnuts. We're gonna go ahead and put in about a 1/2 cup of general purpose flour. And we're gonna put in 2/3 of a cup of light brown sugar. Here's one of the little tricks. Pick up some maple and brown sugar instant oatmeal, and we're gonna use 2 packets. We're going to put in 6 tablespoons of melted butter and just 1 little pinch of nutmeg. And that's it. And we're going to mix up that crumb topping. Just simply blend it all together. Got a little whip. Sometimes the whip gets a little finicky, but I like it because it mixes it up really well. And there you go. Take a look at that. You can smell all those wonderful ingredients. So again, what makes this recipe easy is because you can pretty much pick this stuff up very quickly. I got 2 cans of cherry pie filling. There's a number of different companies that make good cherry pie filling. I typically use name brand. I'm not sure that matters, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the pie filling directly into our pie shell. And a 9-inch deep dish usually uses close to 2 cans. I try to squeeze 2 cans in, which makes it very full. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna sprinkle our topping over the pie. want to make sure that all that filling is covered nice and evenly. It's going to make a really tasty topping on this cherry pie. And there you go. So now we're ready to take this out to the preheated green egg. If you want to at this point, you could also put it in your oven. I'll see you out at the green egg. So we've got our green egg preheated to 400 degrees. Open that up. It's got our deflector plate put in, legs up. Got the grill in there. We're gonna set the pie right in the center and let her bake, let her smoke. And we're gonna check on this probably in about 35 to 40 minutes and see how it's doing. What we're going for is a golden brown topping with that filling bubbling through and the crust nice and brown around the edges. So let's let her bake, smoke. I don't know what to say here, both. Okay, see you in about 40 minutes. So we are at about the 46-minute mark and it looks golden brown and we've got the filling bubbling out. That's what we want. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it. I'm gonna use a pizza stone to transfer it in the house. And we're gonna go ahead and shut our green egg down. And all you gotta do to shut the green egg down is close off the vent, stop the flow of air, turned off my flame boss, and we will see you inside. So we're back, and I pulled the pie off the green egg, brought it in here. It's a really good idea to let it sit for a bit. We let it sit for about 20 minutes, and I can smell just a hint of smoke coming off the pie. So I'm really excited to taste this. So let's go ahead and cut into it, see what we got going here. A lot of people say to me, well, Mike, that's really not a pie. That's more of a cherry cobbler. I don't care. It's just, does it taste good? That's really what I'm worried about. So let's see. There we go. Yeah, I just licked my fingers. Yes, I did. A lot of warmth, and we're gonna put some homemade vanilla on top of that. Does that look insane? I mean, does that look incredible? I don't often do this on video, but I'm gonna make an exception this time. You know, if you chose the oven path, that's fine. I'm not gonna judge you, but this is phenomenal. I would say this is one of the nicest cherry pies that I've ever made, and it was made in the green egg. You gotta try this. This is really good. All right, I'll see you later.